Hi guys, Blue here. Welcome to Cubeorithms. In today's video, we have a really big unboxing, which I'm definitely gonna have to move the camera back for this. I love videos that I have to move the camera back for. They are my favorite, and I am not being sarcastic. There we go. And look, the microphone is right there. Okie dokie. Smokies. There's some exciting stuff in this package, which you guys have already seen from the thumbnail, so let's just get into it. This is a package that I've been excited to get for a long time. Basically, ever since I started getting into cubing is when I wanted some of the puzzles that are in this package. And now it's finally here. Opening this up, first of all, we've got some bubble wrap. That's neat. Ta-da! It's so many puzzles, it takes up the whole frame. We've got Kiliminx. Oh, it's the Gigaminx! Woo! Master Kiliminx. Elite Kiliminx, I think it's called. 6x6 Megaminx. And then these two big boys in their own boxes. Oh, it's got the classic new ShengShao box. Oh, is this the Petaminx? And so then this slightly bigger one must be, oh, this one. Oh, never mind. Whoops. I almost just dropped it, and I'm holding a knife. Not safe. So this one also says Petaminx Cube, but the picture is more accurate. And that's everything, boys and girls. Okie dokie. Yes. Now you guys might be wondering, whoa. This is weird because these are a bunch of Megaminx type puzzles, but it's not all of them. I've got the 2x2, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 9. What about the 3? And the 7. Well, the reason why there's no 7 here is because I already have a 7x7. This isn't a 7x7, it's called a Teraminx. So I already have one, no reason to get another one. And the reason why there's no Megaminx is because the ShengShao Megaminx has been discontinued. And I wish that I knew that because I don't actually have a ShengShao Megaminx. I have other versions of Megaminx, it's just not the ShengShao one. So I missed my chance. Wah, wah. But that's okay, because guess what we got in today's video? All of these, so I can't complain. We're gonna start the 2x2 and just work our way up the line. And now I'm gonna be saying 2x2, 3x3, I know that these have, you know, it's the Kiliminx that I'm actually starting with. But it's, you know, it says 2x2 right on there. See? I know what I'm talking about. And now it doesn't matter that I raised up the camera. So here we got the ShengShao Kiliminx. Let's open her up. And there it is. Oh my goodness. I thought that it was all gonna come out as one package, but nope. There goes the little plastic cover. And there's the puzzle. And a pamphlet, which looks like a pretty generic standard one. Not really gonna be helpful. Plus, I already know how to solve it, so whatevs. So we can just straighten this out, and here we go. This is the 2x2 Megaminx. It's called the Kiliminx. Woo! Looks like it has the same normal color scheme as a normal one. One thing I'm noticing right off the bat is there is this little centerpiece that I guess is necessary for the functionality of the puzzle, but it just makes it look kind of weird. And you can kind of see you can absolutely see the internal edges pretty easily on the outside. Let's see how it turns. It's only just a little bit greasy, which is nice. I think that problem will go up in time as we get to the bigger puzzles, but wow, this turns pretty standard. Yeah, that feels good. I mean, it doesn't really feel like a speed cube, but I don't think that's what the point is. It definitely feels smooth, feels like it turns nice and good. Certainly finger trickable. Corner cutting, not really that much. Okay, that worked. 2x2, let's just move forward. On to the Kiliminx 4x4 version, which I actually have the MF8 version of the Kiliminx, but this is the ShengShao one, which is better. And oh yay, it's a replacement set of stickers. How great is that? Awesome. Woohoo. Funny story about the MF8 Kiliminx. I got it for Christmas, but I knew I was getting it, and so I snuck into my mom's closet and played with it before Christmas. So yeah, Mom, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. You almost caught me once. Okay, bye. So this is the MF8. This isn't the MF8. This is the ShengShao Kiliminx. It looks a lot like the Kiliminx. This isn't a Kiliminx. This is a Master Kiliminx. This is the 4x4 version of the Megaminx, and they look pretty similar. They both have this little centerpiece, only obviously this one has a lot more stickers. So yeah, let's do some turns. Oh, wow, that turns so much better than the MF8 Kiliminx did. back in the day. This actually feels like kind of like a speed cube. It definitely feels a little bit over lubricated and the outside feels a little bit greasy. But I'm sure that with a solve, it'll all leak out and then it'll feel good. ShengShao, why do you do this? Yeah, wow, this turns good. Size wise, here's a little magic. So that's kind of it's pretty big. It's not a little boy, it's a big boy, which is fitting because it's greasy. Get it? Haha. Corner cutting. Actually, interlayer corner cutting, that wasn't so bad. That's actually pretty good, which makes sense because you can totally see the internals. It's like basically just a Gigaminx. Speaking of Gigaminxes, let's get into the Gigaminx. Yay. Gigaminx time, Gigaminx time. Now, the reason I'm very much excited for the Gigaminx is that I have never once in my life even turned a Gigaminx. And all the way back before I even really had hardly any puzzles and I would watch YouTube videos about Rubik's Cubes and stuff. Back when I was new to this, I liked looking at the Gigaminx. I think Crazy Bad Cuber had a video about the Gigaminx and I thought it was a really great looking puzzle. This is one that I've wanted for so long and for some reason I've just never bothered to get it. Until today, and this one comes with extra stickers too. Wow. Yes! Why I'm excited about the Gigaminx is that the Terraminx, which I have right here, is large. It's a big fatty. And so I don't solve it very much because it takes too long. But the Gigaminx I feel like is gonna be a good amount of time that I can get that big cube Megaminx type solve and it's gonna be okay. Plus it's just a good looking super Rubik's Cube. Rubik's Cube on steroids. That's the reputation that the Gigaminx has. Okay, let's do some turns. Okay, it feels a lot like the 4x4, the Master Kiliminx. It maybe feels just a little bit crispier, a little bit faster, and more over lubricated. And I think that it's just as we go up, there's gonna be more lube. I already said that. But that is smooth. Smooth. Very smooth. I mean, they're all gonna have the same color scheme, but I think I like these ShengShao shades. Usually ShengShao shades are terrible, but for these purposes, these are all super distinguishable, not overly fluorescent or saturated to where they're hard to look at. These are just, it just looks nice. This looks like the way that a Megaminx puzzle is supposed to look. So yeah. Yeah, those outer layers are kind of hard to finger trick because they're slippery. It feels like there's butter on the outside of this. And I'm looking forward to a time in my life when that's not the case after I do a solve. Also, it's just nice to have a ShengShao puzzle where the stickers aren't chipping because these stickers are destined to chip. The Terraminx is holding up pretty well, but there's a couple of chips here and there. And it's gonna happen, but not yet. And right now it looks pristine, so that's cool. Let's move on to the 6x6. Now, what did I call it? The Elite Kiliminx? I think that's what it actually is called, but I want to look it up just to be sure because I don't want to be false. Being false is not the way to go. Being true to yourself, true to your heart. That's the way to go. Yeah, the 6x6 is the Elite Kiliminx and the 8x8 is just called the 8x8 Kiliminx. So that's useful to know. 6x6 edition. We'll see if this actually turns good because 6x6s are notorious. They're just notorious for not being good. But this is a different kind of 6x6, so we'll see. And again, we got the stickers, and I like that instead of a useless pamphlet, they just put extra stickers because they know if you're ordering this puzzle, you know how to solve it, or you'll be able to figure it out because a pamphlet's just not gonna ever help in any situation. So what I'm noticing is that this star is pretty noticeable. You can very clearly see the center. It kind of looks like there's all of these corner chunks that go together, which is interesting. Voice crack. Turning, oh my lord, what? This turns so good. This feels better than the 4x4. All the layers feel consistent, no clicking. I mean, I guess maybe it doesn't feel better than the 4x4. Yeah, I guess the 4x4 is maybe just a little bit faster, but this feels smoother and definitely a lot heavier because there's obviously a lot more moving pieces in this one. But wow, outer layers feeling good. Inner layer's doing good. Oh, it feels like maybe it's a little bit loose. I definitely don't want to have any big pops because yeah, that would not be good. Uh-oh, there's already a sticker peeling. Look right there. That's no bueno. Thankfully, I've got a whole replacement set of stickers, so I can just pop on new ones if they ever fall off. And I'm not gonna put on any new ones until I've done a solve, so that it gets the greasiness out. Because you know what they say, if you put new stickers on a greasy puzzle, those stickers be gone. That's what my grandpa always said. Yeah, wow, this feels good. This feels different than the Terraminx, which is interesting because they have a very similar mechanism. I mean, this is essentially just a 7x7, but just with the pieces adjusted so that there's none of the middle ones. But they feel completely different. This feels a lot smoother, I think, and a lot heavier, whereas this one feels kind of crisp. Definitely very smooth, but they just have different feelings. Definitely moving these inner layers feels the most interesting because of these enormous star gaps. It just feels, it feels interesting to move. I guess it's not like, on the Kiliminx, that's just the only turns that you got. And on the 4x4, doing those Kiliminx turns, these gaps aren't too large, but here, these are just enormous gaps, and it just feels interesting. Let's move on to the Terraminx. There's the Terraminx. Let's move on to the 8x8 Petaminx, Kiliminx, whatever. Before we get into this, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. You can support me on Patreon. Check out my Teespring merch. Thanks, guys. Okay, let's get into this for real this time. So we got the new kind of box this time, and it's a little bit dusty, which is interesting. But maybe it's just because of my heart is also dusty, and once we've been reunited, we'll be better. And the dust will go. And we got the new box that's more like a case, which I probably won't use, but it's definitely a cool thing to have to keep your puzzles safe. And if you want to bring it around with you, that's a good thing to do. Open it up. Oh my goodness, that is large. Those stickers are bigger than the 6x6 stickers. And we got 2 sets of replacement stickers. Very nice, very kind of ShengShou to throw those in. It's almost like they know that their stickers aren't super great quality in terms of chipping and peeling. So they're like, you bought this puzzle, you're never gonna buy another one. Here's just a bunch of stickers so that you don't ever have to worry about it. Which, that's nice, I like that. It would be nice if they just had like stronger glue, or maybe they dunked it in less lube, but whatevs. Setting my hand on it, I can feel that it's greasy, not even like moving my fingers across it, which that is gross. Yuck. And ba-bam, there's the 8x8, and we gotta zoom out on this. So there is the 8x8, and this is so much bigger. Here's the 6x6. I definitely like that they added the center sticker. If they had left that undone, that would look like a huge gap, and by adding that sticker there, it looks a lot better. Not sure why they decided against that for the 6x6. I think the 6x6 could have benefited from it, but whatever. And I mean, this 8x8 Kiliminx compared to a 3x3, do you see this? This is large. Okay, this is what I've actually been really excited for. This is gonna be good. I anticipate that it's gonna turn pretty good. It's probably gonna feel very smooth, probably over lubricated. Let's see. Okay. Definitely I'm feeling a heaviness to the turns. It's being smoothened out and slowed down by the lubrication that's in there. And I think that that's kind of I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. It definitely adds to the just standard ShengShou feeling. Like this feels like a ShengShou 10x10 or an old ShengShou 10x10, not the new ones. It feels like all of these other Megaminxes. It just gives it that ShengShou feel that we have all come to know and love. But it does feel kind of boggy, like bogged down. It's smooth. It's just, I don't think I could finger trick it, which I don't know why I would want to, because when I'm solving this, I am not going to be pulling off algorithms very quickly. I mean, yes, it's finger trickable, but that takes a lot of force. And part of that is just the resistance of that there's so many moving parts in here that and all of the parts are like rubbing up against each other. There's a lot of friction here. It looks like it can corner cut just a little bit. That was pretty good. Okay, I don't want to cause a big lockup. I don't really want to push these puzzles to their limits. This is also quite weighty. I'm sitting back behind my tripod, reaching my arms pretty much straight out in front of my body. And my arms and my back are feeling the weight. This is definitely a puzzle that I will set on the desk while I solve. And that will be a good way to do it, just like the 17 by 17. It's time for the moment you've been waiting for. Da, 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 da. I'm not gonna do the whole thing. Let's open this up. This is the Petaminx, and this is a puzzle just like the Gigaminx that I saw early on in my cubing career. I've always wanted one, never bothered to get one until today. So the handle has a little piece of tape around it. That's neat. My predictions are that the Petaminx, maybe it'll be a little bit smaller than the 8x8. I hope it's not. I hope it's bigger. Ta-da! It's the Petaminx. 2 sets of replacement stickers again. Nice. And plastic wrap. And this looks like it's wrapped in even more plastic wrap. And there it goes. And those pieces are definitely smaller pieces than the 8x8. Here we come over here with the 8x8. And they are pretty much the exact same size. Yeah, it feels like they're precisely the same size. Oh, maybe not. Maybe the 8x8 is just a little bit smaller. Yeah, it looks like the 8x8 is just a bit smaller. But the pieces look bigger because there's less pieces. So Petaminx wins. Woohoo! So, the ShengShou Petaminx. The biggest puzzle in the world. Sadly, no, but it is a very large one. This is Super Rubik's Cube Infinity War. Oh my gosh, what is that? Oh no, what? All the light green stickers are there. There's an extra light green sticker. Bonus. The bonus brothers have struck again. Yeah, it looks like all the stickers are intact. That's good. Ooh, it looks like there might be some bubbling on the yellow. See kind of that discoloring in the center? That's interesting. Don't really see that anywhere else, and that's definitely not a big problem because you can't see it from far away. You can really only see it if you look close. Let's do some turns. Wow, I'm shocked. It doesn't feel overly lubricated. All the other ones, it just feels super gross. This feels actually normal. Oh my gosh, the movie recording stopped. There we go. And also, this feels almost less heavy. I mean, maybe it feels more heavy. They both feel pretty heavy. Probably gonna be another one to rest on the desk. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy to grip a layer and do some turns. It's finger trickable, but I don't see any practicality in that, but it's doable. It is turning pretty smoothly right out of the box, and that's definitely gonna get better as I do a solve because it'll get broken in. You can always count on ShengShou to be smooth out of the box, and that's something that I really like about ShengShou. I know that they're a really old company and that they don't really make speed cubes, but in terms of their bigger puzzles, they do a pretty good job. This is just really cool to look at. This is just a big puzzle. Up next to the little magic, you can see it right here, and I think I need to do a comparison with the 17 by 17. So there it is next to a 3x3, and in comes the 17 by 17, which, yes, the 17 by 17 is awesomely much bigger. That was a weird way to say that. Obviously the 17 by 17 is larger, but this is a 9 by 9, and 17 is almost 18, which is double of 9. Basically, they are both very big. Let's just line these bad boys up. 9, 8, 7 by 7, which is so much smaller than the Petaminx. These are, I cannot believe it. I thought that the 7 by 7 Teraminx would be pretty close to the size of the Petaminx, but no, the Petaminx is very much bigger. So 7 by 7, 6 by 6. So the 6 by 6 and the 7 by 7 are the same size, and the 8 by 9 are the same size, which makes sense because it's the same mechanism. Here's the 4 by 4, 5 by 5, and 2 by 2. And I don't have the ShengShou Megaminx, the normal one. If I ever see anybody at a competition who has a ShengShou Megaminx, I would be willing to trade anything for it. I'm just kidding. I would definitely not trade anything. but maybe someday I will acquire one through trading or something of that nature and be able to complete the collection. Until then, this is what I got. Thank you so much to SpeedCubeShop for sending these out to me. This is a sponsored video. SpeedCubeShop sent me these, and if you guys want to check them out, be sure to do it from there, speedcubeshop.com. Use the code BLUE at checkout if you want to support me and what I do. Thank you guys for doing that. Don't forget to like the video, hit subscribe, Patreon, Teespring, all the links are in the description. Thanks. These are some puzzles, I tell you what. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!